Tonight we bid farewell to the best year for the Warriors faithful. A thrilling world championship. The arrival of a truly special MVP. And if that wasn't enough, the greatest start to a season in league history. We'd be sad to see 2015 go if it wasn't for the promise of 2016. Wrapping up a two-game road trip and finishing off calendar year 2015. The Warriors in Houston to take on the Rockets at the Toyota Center. And the world champs take the floor with a target on their back and only 10 healthy bodies with two large men standing in their way. Dwight Howard at the center spot. And the bearded one who needs to be feared in James Harden. Warriors and Rockets are coming at you. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett, and we'll talk about tonight's game, but you got to look back at 2015. What a year for the Warriors. So many special moments, and really the arrival, Jim, of Steph Curry as a superstar.
Well, an exhilarating year. I mean, you win an NBA championship, you develop an MVP-type player, and then you start the next season 24-0. I mean, what can you ask more for that?
Now, is Steph Curry a better person off the floor or a better player on the floor? That's a fun debate to have, because when you watch him, he brings a joy, a style, a verve. He's just a terrific face of the Warriors and really the league.
We've seen great players before, but we've never seen anyone quite like Stephen Curry. His ball handling ability, his ability to score inside and yet still be small in frame. His passing, his vision on the court, his leadership, and no one has ever seen someone shoot the ball from deep range with a quick release like Steph Curry possesses.
He has fun, and we have fun watching him all season long. Now, the thing for the Warriors, the title was not some one-off fluke situation. They have building blocks to be an elite team for years to come. And that's really where Draymond Green and Klay Thompson figure in. These are the core pieces for the Warriors.
Well, you've got a great offensive player with Stephen Curry. You have an elite defender right there. And then you got Klay Thompson, an elite defender, also a great three-point shooter. But you bring along Draymond Green, he's just going to get better and better. These guys are signed for long term. They'll be together, they'll get better together, and they're looking to win another championship next year, which starts just in a few hours.
And Draymond and Klay need to kind of bounce back tonight. 8 of 30 last night. They'll need those two core pieces.
I thought last night they tried to make up for the loss of Stephen Curry, forcing things, trying to manufacture things. You have to let this NBA game come to you. They got the talent to do so.
You look at the Houston Rockets. They met the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, but what has happened to them? Under 500, yet still talented. You have Dwight Howard coming off a 30-point night, and James Harden's averaging 28 per game. The Rockets are after the Warriors. We will finish off 2015. Greg and the guys back in the studio after this.
Final game of 2015 for the defending champions comes inside the Toyota Center, where the Rockets host annually a New Year's Eve game. A little early tip-off for them there at 4 o'clock. Local time in Houston. Welcome in studio, or 6 o'clock, I think it is there. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean, Monty Poole. So what's your key, minus Steph Curry, to not get Texas two-stepped here?
I'm sticking with last night. I think you've got to beat this team in three-ball production. How are you going to do that? You got to change sides of the floor. If you stay on one side, Houston can defend you. Make the ball move, you'll get good shots.
Got to play defense. This team's very explosive. If you don't slow them down, you can't win.
All right, last night the Warriors were out 3 in Dallas, 14-7. The Rockets shoot more threes than any team in the NBA. We'll see you at halftime. Enjoy Warriors basketball.
Couple more years, or a couple more hours, I should say, in 2015, as the Warriors get ready to take on the Rockets in Houston and finish off the road trip. And this is a Warriors squad that missed 4 of their top 8 last night. The Xfinity starting lineup: Sean Livingston, Klay Thompson, with Brandon Rush, Draymond Green, and Andrew Bogut. For the Rockets, Patrick Beverly, James Harden, with Trevor Ariza, Clint Capella, and Dwight Howard. And so our roundtable pizza, key ingredients. What do you got for tonight, Jim?
Well, first of all, we've got to get Klay and Dre back to normal. They are much better than they played last night. They combined 8 of 30 from the field. You got to get them back to normal. I expect that, particularly Klay Thompson. He's not going to have another bad shooting night. And you've got to run them off the three-point line. They've shot over 1,000 threes. They got numerous players who make a lot. They're not a great shooting team from three-point range, but they take a bundle. You got to run them off.
And so for Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, they would love to have bounce-back games offensively. Ariza with the three off back iron, and Draymond with the rebound.
Houston set an NBA record with 3 points attempted last year. They may break it again this year.
Klay misfiring on his first shot. Wesley Matthews a better defender than James Harden, so Klay Thompson may have some opportunity tonight.
I'll tell you, this is December 31st. That's the understatement of the year. And we're counting all 365 days.
Being diplomatic.
There's your trailer. Let's see if Rush can get something going tonight.
Yeah, these are the shots the Warriors have to hit. They were 40% last night. It was not great Dallas defense. It was short-circuited Warrior offense.
Well, the Warriors defense has got to get better tonight. I just thought it was pretty porous at times.
Howard on the post-up.
He's still coming off that 30-point game.
He had his season high against Atlanta. But each of the last two games, the Rockets have had a 9-point lead with 8 minutes left and squandered both of them.
They are the most up-and-down team to me in the league.
Andrew Bogut with a lefty finish of his own.
I'd like to see him answer with Howard tonight. I mean, this team has lost to Denver twice. Houston has. And Denver's only won 12 games. They lost to Brooklyn twice, who's only won 9 games. They lost to Sacramento. They lost at New Orleans.
Beverly with a nice feed inside, and Capella slicing down the lane. It's a lot of size with Capella and Howard. You'd want to foul either one of them. Neither good from the line. Brandon Rush has had 2 open threes. Unfortunately misfired on both. There is the beat. 4-point play opportunity. Klay Thompson with an excuse me foul, and James Harden to the line.
Well, he's questioning that he did commit any kind of foul. Well, he may have touched that elbow. There's just no reason to do that. If you keep the arm vertical, you're not going to come there. He put it down at a little about 45-degree angle. You've got to back up on Harden. I understand that. You have to give him ground because he's so good at going to the rim. And once he gets you backing up and into the lane, it's hard to avoid any kind of contact. He's going to run into you, come up, and he goes to the line more than anyone in the league.
10 a game. He does that basically every year. Livingston, that's a nice move without the ball.
This team, Houston, best in the league in steals. So they're going to take chances. They're going to be a head-turning team. You make them pay the price, and Livingston did on that one.
Ariza for 3. Klay Thompson came in for the rebound, but we've got a foul on Bogut. Walling off Dwight Howard.
Weak side cutters. You're going to see Livingston come into the picture because the man is looking at the ball from the defensive side. You take advantage and just make a direct cut.
Beverly has shot the 3-ball well, which is why he starts over Lawson. Now Livingston picking up the foul, so the Warriors very quickly are having issues. You're talking 3 team fouls, and there's 8:47 remaining in the first.
Well, they've got a surplus of guards. You're talking about him starting. Lawson started 11 games. Jason Terry, BJ's trying to get more time for him. He loves 17 years experience in the league because he's one vocal leader out there.
J.B. Bickerstaff, who took over for Kevin McHale. They are 12-10 since the coaching change. McHale had signed a new 3-year contract. He went 4-7, and he's going to collect $12 million. It's not a bad way to go.
And I don't think he's going to feel any guilt about that.
No.
Nor should he. But Marcus Thornton has started 6 games, so they've got a rotation trying to figure out from game to game, and that's how Bickerstaff plays it.
Clay with a nice move without the ball, couldn't finish. Livingston trying to save it, and Beverly in on Draymond, and Draymond will be called for the foul. He gave ground to get out of the way, and still picked up a foul.
Didn't even make an attempt on the ball, just tried to say, okay, I'll give him that. He's going 100 miles an hour. I'll hope for the best, but I'm going to get out of the way. A little bit of contact. He did lean in at the last minute, which was a fatal mistake.
So this is really going to be an issue. 4 team fouls with 8:25 left in the first. Tonight's game, all Warrior games, stream live at csnbayarea.com with the NBC Live Extra app for your mobile phone or tablet. Stream the Warriors on the go.
Well, Beverly's already 4 for 4 from the line.
The Rockets, 4 fouls on the Warriors and 5 of 5 free throwing. Klay Thompson curling in a 3.
Make no mistake, they need a big game from him tonight. It's as simple as that.
Beverly challenged nicely by Bogut. Draymond would not collect that ball. And Howard a running start. And he missed the layup.
Fortunate there.
Livingston over Ariza. You mentioned needing a big game from Clay. The Warriors beat the Rockets 112-92.
Right.
51 of those points are not playing tonight.
Okay.
All right. So
I hear you.
And that's where they're at. Oh, that will be the 5th team foul with 7:29 left in the quarter. Already a couple on Clay, and Harden back to the line again. Wow. And Luke Walton's going to take a timeout. And they kind of just discussed. And it's tough to play. 7:29 remaining in the first. And the Rocket lead at 3.
Draymond Green, and you're watching CSN, the authentic home of the champs.
Rockets have the 3-point lead. The free throws a problem, and as you alluded to, Jim, with the Geico Advanced Analytics, James Harden lives at the foul line like no human being we've ever seen. First in the league, second in the league, first in the league, first in the league, and he's going back to the line again right now.
Well, Bob, he has made 303 free throws already this year. Stephen Curry has attempted 193.
Yeah, well, he's made 19 more free throws than any player has attempted already in the league.
There are only 2 guards in history after 33 games that have had more than James Harden. All right? Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade.
Wow.
Only 2 players in NBA history at the guard position who've shot more free throws than he has at this time of the year.
And the first foul on Clay was legit. He got him on the elbow. The last foul, there's incidental versus illegal contact. If the threshold of contact was Clay's last foul, we would shoot 300 free throws in an NBA game. And Steph Curry would shoot 30 free throws a night.
Luke Walton's leaving him out there.
Doesn't have much of a choice. Getting it sent back. Ariza for 3. Terrence Jones just checking in and snatching down a rebound.
He was 0 last game, and Terrence Jones is really their best 3-point shooter. Doesn't take a lot of them. When he does, he makes a high percentage.
Harden missing there. So for the Warriors, it's a matter of hanging in. It's similar to the story last night. But part of that, as Jim mentioned, it's Klay Thompson or Draymond having a big scoring game.
Well, Dallas is a better defensive team than this one. Howard's active tonight. But Dallas is a much better perimeter defensive team. This team takes chances, goes for steals. You can get good looks if you move yourself and the ball. Well, that's a sign of a great shot blocker. You think you're open, you think you're free, and you square up, take your time, and all of a sudden he recovers.
24 to shoot. And Harden is called for the foul. So Iguodala checks in. Andre double figures last night. Same thing with Mo Spates and Ian Clark. The bench, as you pointed out last night, the bench scored better than the starters.
Yes, 50 to 41. And 5 in each.
Klay Thompson railing the three.
5 starters, 5 bench players. And that was a disparity last night. Good to see Thompson knock that one down as well. He's 2 for 2 from three-point range.
Run Beverly off the line. And that's why you don't give up the three, Jim, because these leaners are tough, but Harden stealing the outlet. And an open much like the Mavericks, the Rockets have shot the three better than any team in the league in the month of December. They've been the top 2 teams, Dallas and Houston. Klay Thompson, what a high arcing finish.
Made a great adjustment. He saw Howard coming to block.
Howard had nowhere to go, and he threw it out of bounds.
One thing Klay has to be concerned about with the 2 fouls, leaving him in there, going to the basket, they're going to try to take a charge on him. You don't want to pick up your 3rd foul in that manner. So he has to be a little judicious in his moves to the hoop. And I thought he was when he went along baseline a while ago and then kicked the ball out.
So Ty Lawson checking in for Beverly. Klay Thompson, good screen by Bogut, and he knocks down the deep 2.
Well, they called that. You could see that he was anxious and ready to go. Couldn't wait for the ball to get in his hands. He knew he was going to drain it.
Klay's got 10 here in the first quarter. And Harden pull up, shot an air ball that time.
No one running with him.
Ran to see if something was there. Now back it out to move it. The pass inside. And Klay Thompson. Field goal and the foul.
Terrific job of protecting the ball so he could get a shot. Another one of those cuts when you're getting overplayed and you get someone in the air, he's at your mercy. Did a great job of completing the play, and he'll be at the free throw line when the timeout is over.
I love the one replay that showed just how Livingston threaded the needle, and they're riding the All-Star off guard, and the Warriors have the lead.
Toyotathon is on.
Area and streaming on csnbayarea.com and NBC Sports Live Extra.
Going to be 2016 very quickly. In a couple hours, Warriors will be in the air on their way home, leading by 1. With 4:52 left. Or McDonald's true story. Kevin McHale to J.B. Bickerstaff. Scoring is up for the Rockets. The point differential is better. They've shot it better, and as I mentioned, the three-point shot has come back for this team. You remember Bob Bickerstaff quite well?
That's his father, of course.
Yep.
Coached in the league a long time, back in Seattle, at Washington.
Talk to the Houston people. The one thing JB does in a given game, if something's not working, he's quicker to switch things around. And Kevin McHale had a belief system that was very, very successful. But I think the Rockets are such an up-and-down team, and no matter who's coaching them, is going to have some issues at times.
That's the thing, because I said they've had many different starting combinations from the guard spot.
Right.
We don't know that it's a sport.
And sometimes it's Lawson. Sometimes it's Beverly. 6 times it's been Marcus Thornton. Always Harden, but it's been a different backup point guard at times.
You think it's trying to find the best guard matchup with Harden?
No, it just goes game by game right now. I don't think he's going to settle. So far, he hasn't in 33 games, hasn't settled on, any one starting lineup in the backcourt. Harden is the only constant there.
So Klay Thompson missing that free throw. Terrence Jones off back iron. He's a 40% three-point shooter, so you do have to honor him for beyond the arc. Draymond to a cutting Bogut. Good eye contact, and the big man broke nicely.
9 hoops, Bob. Warriors have 10 points in the paint. On cuts. Making the defense pay for their mistakes. And they're a little bit of recklessness, if you will, trying to make steals.
I love what Draymond did. He made Jones go to his offhand on that spin, and he couldn't quite finish. Nearly a backcourt violation. Sloppy pass becomes a basket.
When your teammate is in trouble, you got to come meet the ball. You can't let a defender step in front of you. You've got to block him off and give him a target to throw to. Another cut.
And the Warriors are dicing up the Rockets in the half court.
Weak side to strong side. That's a sign of a smart team.
That ball kicked. What I love in the early part of this first quarter is compared to last night, the Warriors, with all this cutting and moving, they're not just relying on perimeter shots.
Not at all. No.
In the Dallas game, they were relegated to shooting from distance, and not to great effect.
Well, the way they're completing these cuts and getting easy baskets, you do that all night long and not even worry about getting a three.
Harden elbowed Bogut, and he'll be called for the offensive foul. Billy Kennedy was right on it.
He's left-handed. He knows how to use that right arm. Watch the left arm come in and right in the chops and right in the neck. There's a way you protect the basketball from your opponent, but then he took it to a little extreme measure.
Now they're going to look at this in terms of a flagrant foul, because he got him elbow to the head. So we get a look at Joey Borgia and Ronnie Garrettson, the officiating crew that's keeping an eye on that. Ring Central call for review. Business communication made simple with Ring Central. And that's a clear out with the elbow. And now remember, with the elbowing foul or even a flagrant foul, they don't officiate intent.
What's really interesting is James Harden did not like the call. So we know it's a foul. That's a given.
Remember, flagrant one, unnecessary contact. Is it unnecessary to elbow someone in the jaw while you're driving?
Only in the throat.
Okay. So that's the idea there.
I'm trying to read his mind. He just wants to get the big man out of the picture a little bit. Thought he was going to get him in the chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and
Bogut's a big man, so he thought, kind of shove him away a little bit in the chest.
Right, but that's going to be a flagrant one, correctly called. Unnecessary contact. As we said, they don't officiate intent. Jim is right. Harden wasn't doing anything nefarious. He's trying to clear out Bogut at about the midsection. He got him up top. Well,
right.
It's what happened, not what you wanted to happen.
Exactly. So you pay the price.
So Andrew with a couple free throws, plus the Warriors get possession of the ball. The free throws missed, but the Warriors get the ball, leading by 3, shooting it at 59%, and limiting the Rockets to 33% shooting. Marcus Thornton is in, Terrence Jones with Lawson, Corey Brewer. Steph Curry did warm up before the game to kind of assess his fitness level, and I think Steph is going to be ready.
I'd say he's pretty fit.
Yeah.
If you witnessed that. Okay, Billy Kennedy's clearing up something here. Time on the clock.
Great to get back home, get Steph Curry, get Harrison Barnes back.
It'd be great to get back with a win.
Ray Thompson. Yep. Bogut deflected it back to him, and that lob was not going to work out.
Clay missed his first 1 or 2 shots, and he's been dynamite ever since. He hasn't missed.
Ian Clark and Lawson, Marcus Thornton, Iguodala, Terrence Jones, Draymond Green, Corey Brewer, and Clay. Capella and Bogut are the matchups. Shot clock at 4. Brewer from deep.
As I said, you've got numerous players who will launch.
Thompson, his three is good. 17-point first quarter.
It's one of those quarters for him. And he's not finished. This is what Thornton does. He can make things happen.
Bogut went after him, but Capella got to find him on the offensive glass.
That's why coaches love someone that goes to the basket like that. To bring the big man away, they can clean up, tough to block out the others. Thornton can provide that.
Brewers usually a pretty solid defender. They put him on Clay. And Draymond and Bogut. Beautifully executed lob.
Well, there were two men staying with Clay. Bogut took up the slack there and got the nice pass from Draymond.
Quickness of Lawson. We're familiar with that for his great days with Denver. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the Rockets.
Early appearance for James Michael McAdoo and Louis Spades.
That thinner bench. Luke Walton knows they played last night, and
Bogut did a heck of a job here.
6 points, 2 boards. Perfect from the field. You know, I love Draymond's stint. He was 1 of 2, Jim, but he had 6 assists.
Yeah, didn't force the issue. And that's what I said, just let things come to you. Ian Clark, who had a terrific game of his career last night up to this juncture. 21, he's in.
First foul in the last 2 minutes on the Rockets.
Ian Clark matched his number last night.
Yes, he did. Bosa Eunice will check in. With Terrence Jones sitting.
Well, Monteunus had that back surgery. He came back December 5th, and he's in pretty good shape.
How about Mo Spates pass to McAdoo there? Clearly is a Warrior emphasis tonight. Move the ball.
Yeah, when you get Mo to do that, you know they got the message. Because he likes to pump it.
Monteunus very skilled.
He can shoot threes, too.
Well, he and Terrence Jones, percentage-wise,
are the best on the team. They just don't take a lot.
There you go.
Monteunus has already made 7 in 13 games. Well, this is an easy one.
Lawson in a foot race. Oh! Clark bothered him, but a foul in the process.
Well, Clark took away the easy part. Cut the angle on him. Nice hustle job. Tried to go for the block. And made sure he didn't convert. Made him double pump.
And that foul already saved a point. Warrior season ticket priority list gives you premier access to tickets, priority access, the best available season ticket locations when they become available. Exclusive pre-sale opportunities for individual tickets at 888-GSW-HOOP. Get on the season ticket priority wait list. 4-point lead in the ball. Winding down an excellent first quarter for the Warriors. Passed the ball wonderfully. Shot it terrifically. McAdoo is fouled. You're talking 12 assists on 14 made field goals. While they have 4 turnovers, 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio is excellent.
You know what I see tonight is people are making plays, but they're making plays with the intent on getting somebody else open and finding them. That's why they're getting all these layups. So many shots at the rim. Thompson gets a little extra rest coming out before the horn goes at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point. Not only the 22 seconds, but the bridge time between the first and second. Play was 17 in the first. McAdoo, all that work on the free throws, Jimmy. Hits them both. James Michael has worked so hard with Ron Adams on all of his shooting.
And like I said the other day, he's knocking down threes.
Yeah, I mean, he's working on everything. The shot clock is off. Lawson and the Rockets will play for 1.
Terrific bounce-back quarter for the Warriors. No question about it.
Marcus Smith misses a three.
And he can get it going.
Push ahead, the steal, but the quarter will expire. So high scoring, great passing, but the Rockets also 4 made threes in their own right. So after the first 12 minutes, the 10 healthy Warriors with the 3-point lead, 33-30, and the final game of 2015.
My Christmas list.
I'm Stephen Curry, and you're watching CSN, the authentic home of the champs.
Jim, that's quality parenting right there. You start with the Curry jersey at a young age and get that kid to be a Dubs fan. Warrior lead at 3. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, wishing you a happy and healthy new year as we wrap up 2015 from Houston.
You can do all kinds of things if you want to raise your kids in the right way. Reading books to them every night.
There you go.
Getting them to like quality things, music.
The best thing you can do for your child is NBA League Pass. To watch the Warrior games home and away, no matter where you happen to be. McAdoo's got to get tended to here. He drew the foul, and I believe he was cut above the eye. So you're already playing with 10 players. And Drew Yoder is going to be the fight doctor. Ferdy Pacheco be the cut man.
And he took the brunt of that elbow. But I did not see blood. Yeah, there's a little blood. I didn't see it pouring. That's right there at the eyebrow, and that part, that bone, that's the most vulnerable part on your face. Many stitches are handed out in that area.
They're not going to bandage it right now, but if it starts to bleed, he's going to have to stop the game or leave the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes the free throws and then has to address that.
Draymond is coming to the scorer's table, so you are correct, partner.
One of those little cuts usually requires a stitch or two. Tough to see from this distance, of course.
Have to do 3 of 4 free throwing, but the officials, right on the same page, are going to let him sub out and get Draymond Green back in. And he will likely go right to the Warrior locker room, and they will tend to that cut. And to Jim's point, it's a little used rule, but if McAdoo had gone immediately to get the cut addressed, then the Rockets can choose
right
who will shoot the free throws, and you're also not able to re-enter the game.
I thought that was pretty good. They let him shoot the free throws that way, no one around him.
Corey Brewer can't handle it. Iguodala Spates with Draymond Green, Brandon Rush, and Ian Clark. Early part of this second quarter. Ball moving and bodies moving very nicely for the guys in blue tonight.
And the second unit is playing well together. Again, you got a cut and you got a three-point play possibility.
And it's all Draymond. He could have shot that three. Instead, 7 assists already.
But he's their point forward. Might as well call him a point guard tonight. Always looking, always probing. Yeah, he has a three-pointer. But instead, you get the weak side cut, Andre Iguodala. I tell you, this Warriors team is playing with a lot more bounce in their step tonight, and you can see the confidence in them. And they're hungry again. They have no lamenting that they don't have the leading scorer.
Giannis Montejunas having that three blocked by Draymond. Ian Clark on Lawson, quick on quick.
They're really looking to move the ball and change it.
Brandon Rush tried to reverse it, couldn't get any English on the glass. And then it's a 4-point swing, as Brewer is a great open floor player. Corey Brewer has the ball, you have to stop the ball. Iguodala doubled. Touch pass again, and that's a goaltend. How about the Warriors moving the ball?
How about 20 points in the paint? Huh? Moving the ball, and they're getting point-blank range shots.
So Draymond, 8 assists.
See how it's open in the middle? And people are, ball watching, turning their heads, not watching where the men are. You got to see your man and the ball. And they're omitting that little category.
Iguodala knocking it away. And he will be called for a foul. Usually Andre gets all ball.
Golden State's first team foul.
You can see Luke Walton. That's exactly what he said.
And that is a big replay screen above us.
Well, they have the largest football replay screen in Dallas. That's at Cowboy Stadium. And the basketball one here is something else. You know what it gets me excited for is...
It's gigantic.
What's the replay screen going to look like in the new San Francisco arena?
I have no idea.
I'm just saying, if they're building them these size, that'll be the latest and greatest.
That arena's going to be a little more intimate.
Okay.
A little more intimate venue.
Low space. That's the shot he's got to take to keep Howard honest. That's why the Warriors are getting all those cuts, because Mo's jumping and jump shot ability. Howard has to honor him. Thornton kind of a wild foray. Howard inside.
The spade shot, that's the first one he's taken. So he's looking to move the ball.
Yep.
They got the message tonight.
And there he away.
Took it a little bit of trouble.
Also nifty move in transition. And Thornton. The Rockets are potent. 7 unanswered. Houston ties it. And Luke Walton will stop it. So 9:17 remaining in the first half. Turnovers. Attacking the bucket. Don't forget Dwight Howard can still rebound.
Places.
Even at 39 with 9:17 remaining in the first half. Our forward right choice, Draymond Green, has done so much in the community and involved with the first tee of the East Bay. And they gave him some Michigan State golf clubs. He met with some of the youngsters after Warrior practice, had a little putting contest. I'm going to talk to Draymond about that putting stroke. But the first tee exposes young people to golf. The rules, the etiquette, the opportunity to play one of the great sports. It's really a lifetime sport.
Well, I'll tell you what, it also exposes them to life. They teach a lot of great values, being responsible. They teach schoolwork. First Tee is a great organization.
Yeah, First Tee and in the Bay Area Youth on Course are the two great young golf organizations. Steph Curry does a lot with Youth on Course, and Draymond getting involved with First Tee. Steph does things with First Tee. First thing with golf, Jim, is you keep your own score. So if you're not marking it down accurately, you're cheating yourself.
When I play with you, I call it cheating me too.
I play with guys where the best club in their bag is their pencil. Mo Spades with a three-point play. You get worried when Marcus Thornton heats up. He hit his first shot as a 3, but the Warriors have Mo Buckets. Marcus Thornton's nickname has always been Buckets. We saw him at various times in New Orleans and Sacramento have big games.
Drafted number 43 overall by Miami back in 09. Never played there. Got traded. Another basket inside, courtesy of Ian Clark. They traded him draft rights to New Orleans. He played there. Then Sacramento. He traded for Carl Landry. Remember that? Played there more than a couple of years. Then they traded him to Brooklyn. They went to Boston. This year, he's here.
Draymond Green has 10 assists already, by the way. I'm wondering already what the Warrior franchise record for assists in a game is. And that's unfortunately going to be a turnover. And this is what Brewer does. Setting up Dwight Howard.
Well, he still got, with the second turnover for Draymond, you always look at assist to turnover ratio. The Warriors turned the ball over more than they really should. But their turnover assist ratio assist to turnover, I should say, is about 1.5 to 1, which is pretty doggone good. Well, Draymond is now 5 to 1. 10 assists, 2 turnovers.
Well, he's top 10 in the league with that.
Yeah.
And then buries a 3. So you wanted to bounce back from Draymond Green and Klay Thompson?
We've seen it.
You've seen it, absolutely.
And we'd like to continue to see it.
Iguodala knows you have to stay attached to Thornton when he gets on these runs. Rebound to Draymond Green. Playing with Klay, Mo Spates, Ian Clark, and Iguodala. Klay Thompson having it knocked away. Brewer's the one good defender, and they keep going at him.
The only time the Warriors have gotten in trouble tonight is when someone hangs on to the ball a little long and tries to dribble it and dribble it into trouble eventually.
And that's what Draymond's going to tell Klay. Move it to me, you come off and shoot it, but don't keep taking it at Corey Brewer, because that's been a problem.
All those shots that made by Klay were coming off screens, coming when he didn't have the ball in his hands already. And you move tonight and you get open, I think they're going to find you.
Yep. Beverly and Harden back in with Howard, Ariza, and Thornton. Harden missing that 3.
Yeah, Klay lost him, but it didn't hurt him. Draymond's not trying to finish plays there. He's trying to look to probe for others.
There's Klay coming off the screen and had a good look at a 3. Ariza, nice play. Threatened Bogut so Howard could get the dunk.
That's the danger coming out at somewhere at the three-point line. You give yourself up. I still say take away the right hand, particularly from Ariza. Make him go left. That was an easy one for him. And Bogut had to come at him. Another turnover. Too many of them tonight.
Ariza hides behind Howard. Klay got through that screen. Clock at 7. Harden bothered and blocked by Bogut. Never caught that ball cleanly. And Draymond. And the fouls before he began the shooting motion. So 5:59 remaining in the first half. The Warriors still shoot at 66%. Up and down, and Draymond Green with 10 assists in the first half.
This holiday season, Daddy's Home, rated PG-13.
The Warrior lead at 2. Dwight Howard with 8 points and 6 rebounds. And he is part of our Lexus Pursuit of Perfection. The youngest players to 15,000 points and 10,000 rebounds. In NBA history, Wilt did it. And then Bob Pettit, Moses Malone. And then Dwight Howard at 30 years and 18 days. He did it the day after Christmas against New Orleans and Anthony Davis.
Just remember, Wilt Chamberlain didn't play as a rookie.
Yeah, Moses Malone, Jim. We lost him this year, and his jersey hanging proudly in Houston. What a player he was.
Oh, I tell you, maybe the best offensive rebounder the league has ever seen.
Klay Thompson missing, Bogut tipping. Beverly pushing. Now, the other point to make with the youngest to do anything is that Wilt went to college for a little while, and Dwight Howard obviously didn't.
Right. And then Wilt played for the Globetrotters, so he made up for lost time now. But when your career average is 24.1 rebounds a game,
it's pretty good. And Clark. Well-needed 3.
I wish we could leave those names up there for about 5 minutes and discuss them. Because
and Bob Pettit was your guy.
Well, he was 26 and 16 in his career. 26 and 16 rebounds per game. But, you know, Philadelphia didn't win with Dr. J until Malone came. Until Moses came.
How about Bogut with that block on Capella? It was back-to-back games for Andrew, and he's been pretty spry in his own right. Capella fouling Draymond Green. And we talked about the Warriors got into dribbling a little bit too much. The last trip down, Ian Clark 3. This trip down, Draymond cutting and getting to the line. When they have passed the ball, they have taken Houston to task.
When you have a team that is not good individually defensively, they like to make steals. They're taking all that risk. Dribbling is the worst thing you can do. But if you move the ball, pass, cut, then they can't keep up with the ball. What is it? A dribble will move one man, a pass will move five, and you can keep everybody guessing.
The way the Rockets, those passes haven't moved many. They stand and watch the ball. Warriors have taken advantage. Livingston taking a turn on Harden. The one thing Luke Walton doesn't want is Clay to pick up another foul before halftime if that could be avoided. With a step back.
Well, they didn't get what they wanted out of that. Still good defense. You can't do much about that. They had to work to get that, and it was not an easy shot.
Rockets' biggest lead was 8. Warriors' biggest lead was 7. 5-point advantage right now. Draymond Green, 7 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. Klay Thompson, 17 first quarter points. And in the absence of Steph Curry and Barbosa and Harrison Barnes and Ezeli, the other 2 Warrior stars have stepped to the forefront. Livingston is fouled.
Well, they're getting themselves to the line here tonight. Putting more pressure on Houston. Just one simple move, a little bit of a screen from Andrew.
Let me ask you this while Livingston shoots free throws. When you get blown out or have a game where Dallas was just way better and the Warriors did not play well, is it easier for a player to turn the page on that than if you had lost by 3 points on a buzzer beater or something?
I think it depends on the team. This Warriors team is, they started 24-0. They don't get blown out. I don't think they took that message. It was a bittersweet, it was a bitter taste in their mouth getting blown out like that last night. So I think if they'd have said, oh, without Stephen Curry and his 30-plus points, and we lost by 3, gee, it was almost like a win. I mean, they're psychological. So I think it was good for them to get blown out a little bit the way they're playing tonight.
That ball was batted on the rim. That's offensive basket interference.
I think, in other words, it made a message to them, hey, I'm not going to take it anymore. We're going to come out and do something different tonight. And I think they've been inspired by that. Harden goes for the lob. And this ball is coming out. You can see it tapped.
Bogut on Capella. Ian Clark couldn't quite tip it. Harden is so clever and handles the ball so well. Riza unable to finish there. The long arms of Capella, the longer arms of Livingston. Ian Clark from deep. That confidence.
He is playing so well.
He's got 10 off the bench. Coming off his career high last night.
I think Ariza likes to go right. You bet he does.
And Ian Clark knocked it ahead. Running with Iguodala. Ian tees up another 3. That was just kind of a heat check.
I think that defender closed on it a little more quickly than he had anticipated.
Harden dropping in the jumper.
You forget. Yeah, Harden averages over 28 a game.
Yep.
But he only shoots about 41.5%, and he's at 34% from three-point range. He is a volume shooter.
I like this timeout by Luke Walton. You got a 7-point lead. There's 2:49. You want to make sure you finish the half in fine fashion. And the Underman Warriors are playing terrific team basketball.
30 on CSN Bay Area.
Our AT&T U-Burst Rewind. We got to look back at 2015. The MVP in Steph Curry. The championship. The 67 wins. The amazing 24-0 beginning to this season. And what a calendar year in 2015. Sellout crowds every night at Oracle. And just an amazing fan base that We have so much fun watching the Warriors and calling these games for you. And everywhere we go, the people love this team.
Oh, it's such a privilege when you have a special team like this. It's been just surreal to win a championship and to just call plays by a great group of young men. It's a privilege. It's a privilege, and I know they bring so much joy, not only to you fans, they bring joy to us as well.
Well, the parade with 1.1 million people. Jim and I got to ride together in the very first car of the parade to call these games, the ring ceremony, and this amazing 24-0 start, and heading into 2016 with even better things ahead. It's been incredible.
I'll tell you what, enjoy the ride. It doesn't last like this forever. It's very, very special, maybe only once in a lifetime.
Yeah, but you guys make Oracle special, and certainly that's something we look forward to. We know the players do as well, is the home games for the Warriors and the crowd and the amazing Warrior fans. So if you're wondering, the record half for assists in Warrior history is Guy Rogers with 16. So Draymond with 11 in this first half. It's just fun to say Guy Rogers again.
Yeah. Played alongside Al Atlas.
And Bogut's going to pick up an offensive foul, banging around with Dwight Howard.
Those assists from Al Atlas and Guy Rogers usually went to a guy named Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes. Well, Guy Rogers, you always told me on the break he'd stop at the foul line and hit that 15-foot jumper. He could do that in his sleep.
Hal Greer was the master of that.
Oh, there's another one. So the three is short. How do the Warriors want to assess this final 220, Jim? You have the lead. You've played so well.
Keep playing the same way. Move the ball. Push it up and push ahead if you can. But they're working on a game where they've got 22 points in the paint, and they've had just had, that's been the downfall. They've got double-digit turnovers.
Yeah, Brewers had 3 steals. Beverly hitting a 3. It's one thing to miss shots, but you're giving up steals that become buckets on the other end. A little demoralizing.
Well, the turnovers and their three-point shooting has kept them in the game.
Livingston couldn't get the angle there. Harden attacking. Draymond, good box out.
Well, he helped Andrew Bogut with Dwight Howard there.
Iguodala is fouled. Warriors 14 and 15 free throws. Rockets have shot 11 here in the half. So Howard's got 3 fouls. And Warrior with 3 fouls. Andre dropping it down. And the Rockets are +8 in points off turnovers. That's why they're in the game, as Jim mentioned. They've got the 6 made threes, but the Warriors good from three-point land, 6 of 9. They've been very efficient from distance tonight.
And they haven't had to launch a bunch because they've been exploiting the defense and the overplaying personality of the Houston Rockets, who lead the league in steals per game.
6-point lead. Final minute 23. Warriors have led by 9. That's their largest. Good recovery by Iguodala on Harden. Shot clock at 5. Ella had it blocked. Loose ball to Klay Thompson. Iguodala and Bogut and Draymond have been everywhere defensively. Klay dribbles into a 3.
Well, they're shooting about 13% better than their season average from 3 tonight.
Got a silly foul there on Houston. So Ariza going to give the Warriors a couple free throws.
When you're the aggressive team, you go to the line a lot. And the Warriors have been there more than normal tonight.
Andre missing the free throw. The Rockets 7 of 15 on threes. And the +8 in points off turnovers. That's why this game is close. The Warriors are shooting at 55%. Iguodala, 3 of 4 from the line. Now make it 4 of 5 with that make.
You know they're going to go 2 for 1.
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, Harden, that's a free one. He gets in these modes where you just can't stop him.
He knows they're designed to take a quick shot, 2 for 1. He's not going to give the ball up because they may not get it back. So he's going to initiate it himself. He's one of the best in the world at doing so. You have to admit it.
Well, Steph Curry was rightfully the MVP, but Harden was second, and that was also deserved. He was tremendous a year ago, and he's always been very good against the Warriors.
Well, the Warriors have made him work. He's had some very, very bad shooting nights against the Warriors, even in the playoffs.
Yeah, tonight,
3 of 16, I remember a game.
Well, that's the, like you said, he's going to score. It's just to make him work at it. But tonight, 18 first half points, 4 made threes.
It held him in check. In the blink of an eye, he goes from 9 to 18.
Klay Thompson, smart pump fake. Klay did not score in the second quarter, but he'll have free throws to change that.
Little dribble drive, stop, pump fake. Pretty basic and simple for him.
Warriors leaving some points at the line. Klay has missed both his free throws. Late night against Denver, presented by DraftKings. Be there versus the Nuggets. Klay Thompson missed all 3 free throws.
An 84% free throw shooter. How do you figure that?
Warriors are 11 of 19 at the line. So about a 5-second game shot clock difference winding down this half. Be a bit demoralizing if the Rockets have the lead. And Harden unable to finish. Love how Mo Spates retreated.
They got time here.
And Draymond to a dunk in Livingston.
So give Draymond 12 assists tonight in the first half.
Thornton from midcourt, good as it goes, and he shot it long. So 56% shooting. 12 assists by Draymond Green, 17 for Klay Thompson, and 10 for Ian Clark off the bench. The Beard has 18 in his own right, and it's a 2-point Warrior lead at halftime. Greg and the guys in the studio, Happy New Year's from all of us here at CSN and the Warriors with halftime on the way.
Still a little leaky on defense, but Houston's a really good offensive team. It took them 1 game to figure out how to play offensively without the premier scorer in the NBA, and that would be to let the Sparty do his Magic Johnson impersonation. Welcome to Warriors Halftime Live, presented by Jack in the Box. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean, Monty Poole. The power forward had 12 assists in the first half. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
No. We've talked about Steph revolutionizing the game at the point guard position. This guy's doing it at the power forward position. Whether it's from the post, on a drive and dish for a lob and a dunk. Look at this pass on the cut. You just love his vision, feel, and timing in execute. Look at the backdoor pass. Just gorgeous.
This is why when Draymond Green says, I much rather get guys involved than get for myself, I enjoy that more to share what I do with other people.
We've seen small forwards pass the ball like this. We've seen centers. 1 year, Wilt led the league in assists. Have we ever seen a power forward dice up a defense the way Draymond Green
Never.
did? Klay
Not
Thompson,
Bob Pettit.
big first quarter. He's got to come alive in the second quarter. We'll get your thoughts when we come back.
Warriors Halftime Report is presented by Jack in the Box.
He got his second foul.
Total donations to over $65 million. And bringing love where it's needed most. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
So Draymond Green is picking up the playmaking lack of Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson came alive in that first quarter. All 17 of his points came in the first quarter, and that was after he got his second foul and almost came out of the game. Nope, he's staying in, Sandy.
Waved the finger again. But look, when we look at this, notice the timing, the rhythm that he's got going. That's the thing that you see that's different than last night. And this is Klay Thompson at his best. He's overplayed. He's on a wing. He knows that Draymond has it. He goes back door, finishes a three-point play. We know he's going to make some corner threes. But I just love that his knowledge and feel of what he's doing out there. Although the second quarter was a little mystery to me. 17 in the first, and a zoom.
And he missed 2 free throws at the end of that quarter there. So, but, you know, he missed his first 2 shots, and they didn't look good either. He missed them badly. For him to come back and score 17 points in that quarter, and most of those shots were right through the buckets, that's a nice little comeback there. And they need that to happen to have a chance in this game tonight. So,
all right, 12 assists. I keep going over power forwards. Pau Gasol's a very good passing power forward. Draymond's 12 assists in the first half, tie the most of any player in the NBA. Rajon Rondo and Russell Westbrook being the other and a half. Those are point guards. This guy is a power forward who is running your team like a point power forward right now.
Tonight.
Great to watch. All right, Warriors are in a battle, though. Houston can score the ball. The lead's only 2. We will see you after the game with a pickled herring edition of Honda Warriors Post-Game Live. We need prosperity in the new year.
Toyota
Finishing off 2015 in Houston, our Jack in the Box at the half with the Warriors up a deuce. And you're playing 9 players. You're really passing the ball beautifully. You're defending as well as you can, and only a little sloppiness with the turnovers. The reason the lead's only 2.
That's the only negative thing. 11 turnovers, and you're -8 in points off turnovers. But I'll tell you what, Houston can't really play any better. They're giving them the A game. They're shooting extremely well. They're shooting great from three-point range. They've made 8 already. But the way the Warriors have passed the basketball, it's just been tremendous tonight. And they got contributions off the bench.
You had Klay Thompson with 17 first-half points, and then you had Draymond Green with 12 assists. But Ian Clark off the bench, a double-digit scorer. You need an unsung hero with the KFC bucket chart. It's not just double digits, where he scored and the efficiency he scored with.
Well, he's building off of last night's brilliant performance, 21 points there. So he already has 10 at the half. He's only missed 2 shots. He's made 2 of 2 from three-point range. He knows how to mix it up inside and out, and he's adept at scoring. Driving the ball, or catching and shooting, or creating off the dribble.
The 2 green dots, a lot of layups at point-blank range. 20 assists out of 22 field goals. The Warriors, the best passing team in the NBA, and it showed.
Well, Bob, last night they had 20 assists in the entire game on 33 baskets. Tonight, that number that you said, 20 assists on 22 made baskets. They are playing a very different brand of basketball. They know they don't have Stephen Curry to depend on to bail them out with three-point shooting and give you 35 or 38. So tonight, they're playing a fundamental basketball game offensively and sharing the ball to the utmost.
Hit a couple more free throws, limit the turnovers. This would be quite the opportunity to steal a game with the Warriors up a deuce and the third quarter straight ahead.
Warriors back.
Warrior lead a deuce as we begin the second half. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett. And doing a little research at halftime. We mentioned Draymond Green, 12 assists. That is tied for the NBA lead in any half. Rondo and Westbrook both had 12 assists in a game.
Not bad for a power forward, huh?
Warrior franchise record, we mentioned Guy Rogers had 16.5. The Warrior team record is 28 assists by Guy Rogers in that exact same game. He had 16 in the first half and 12 in the second half. Harden, you saw him bump with the shoulder, but Eric Dolan wasn't buying it.
Most of the time, you're going to see a couple of foul shots there. I think the MO of Harden sometimes gets exposed.
Draymond, tough take inside. Ariza able to bother him.
And Ariza really never went to block it. Probably was a lot easier than he'd anticipated.
He drops it in. Pass inside.
So Howard 5 of 6 on the night, Bob. You know, there are 4 players on the Rockets that shoot more, have more field goal attempts than Dwight Howard.
Wow.
He's only number 5 on the list of field goal attempts. So he doesn't get a lot of touches.
So play is doubled here. And the Warriors moving it around and make the Rockets pay. And Brandon Rush. Nice little bank shot for his first field goal. So
nice little present there.
Yeah, Sean Livingston with Brandon Rush. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andrew Bogut. Dwight Howard, Clint Capella with James Harden. Patrick Beverly and Trevor Ariza for the Rockets.
Ariza goes right 99 out of 100 times.
Ariza will get to the line.
And the screen was to the left there. You just got to take away that right hand. Ariza's numbers are down this year.
Now, Draymond raised his hand. He wanted the foul because that's Bogut's 4th foul. You don't have a Zealy, and you need that size. Andrew's been very good defensively.
Ariza's under 39% from the field. Not shooting well from three-point range as well at 33%.
He was at 40% a year ago.
Well, you know, there was comparison because they had Chandler Parsons. They lost him to free agency to Dallas, but they brought in Ariza.
And he was great last year.
Last year, they were pretty, you know, the numbers matched pretty well, but no longer. A lot of dribbling.
Brandon Rush, open 3. He's had 3 open threes. He shot it so well this year. But to win a game like tonight, Warriors are going to have to knock those down.
Yep. You need everyone's contributions. That time, Ariza goes left, but then he gave the ball up. A circuitous route to the basket, not dead on straight.
And Ariza hits a 3. Now the Rockets up 3. Warriors had a 9-point lead.
Keep moving the ball.
Klay Thompson. He shot it before Howard could get to him.
Yeah, he was determined to get that shot off, and it's interesting because you never know where the defenders are exactly, but he's got confidence in that little fadeaway.
Well, it's Klay's first point since the first quarter. And those 3 missed free throws were a little puzzling. Harden driving and going to the line. So Klay will pick up his 3rd. He had 2 in the first couple minutes of the game. He's got 3 and Bogut's got 4. When you're playing 9 guys, you keep an eye on the foul issues.
And we see James Michael McAdoo sitting on the bench. He's got a little bandage over that right eye.
Harden hitting the free throw. Klay Thompson bobblehead with Rocco. Courtesy of Scholar Share, his English Bulldog. And that will be when the Lakers are in town at Warriors.com, first 10,000 fans, and that's going to be a cool bobblehead. Klay said the artist captured Rocco perfectly. Thompson 3. And speaking of Rocco'd, Bogut made sure Harden never got there.
Well, the Warriors are giving Houston everything they could ask for. That ball's thrown away. Warriors defense much better tonight, even though the score. A lot of three-point shots made by Houston, but overall, as we look at Thompson bury that 3, his 4th one of the night.
Klay
didn't get the 5th.
It's a little short there.
But they're hustling, and they're playing a lot harder tonight. They're playing a little smarter.
Beverly with a teardrop. I think you hit on it. See, this is a Houston A game. The Rockets are playing well. This isn't an off night for the Rockets. This is the Warriors without 4 of their top 8 players as Livingston is blocked. But out of bounds, they'll get it back.
And he managed to get by a terrific defender in Beverly right there.
And Sean's going to get a tee.
He got it blocked inside, but it was a terrific move. That was the reach in. That's what He did not get the call there. A little upset about it.
And Draymond is saying, okay, got the tee, made your point, but we need you tonight. And the technical free throw made.
This is Warriors ball, right?
Yeah, it's Warrior ball out of bounds. Livingston got a tee.
Yeah. They're just trying to fix the clock, make the game clock and everything proper.
And recycling it to 14. So now, what Eric is going to help out Sean here is, I think it's going to go to 24.
24. Yeah, I was going to say.
He had a change in possession, and then Beverly lost it out of bounds, but now they're ruling there was not a change of possession. So
no one has. Okay.
Stay at 10, and that's fine. That's the three officials collaborated, talk about it. They ruled Beverly had possession to be 24. They said he didn't. So he just deflected it out of bounds. Shot clock at 5. Bogut couldn't quite grab that miss.
This is an important part of the game right here. 4 minutes into the third quarter, into the second half, and now you lost your lead. You had a 9-point lead. What are you going to do, and how are you going to handle it here? And Houston would like to put the crusher down.
Got to stay in contact. Don't have enough firepower to come back from double digits tonight. Beverly inside and knocked away. The Warrior defense was ready. Play weaving through red jerseys. Got Beverly, who's smaller but scrappier. Sean traveling. The pump fake just shuffled the feet.
He's rarely in that kind of position, so it's a little foreign to him. Where he comes in, catches it, has to make a move around the basket. He usually initiates his own move to get his shots. And he got the shot blocked before, so it was a good pump fake, but he didn't get the right foot with it.
Draymond, he read the passing lane and laid it up and in. There is the All-NBA first-teamer defensively right there.
He did a smart thing by coming into the defender right at the three-point line to take him out of the way a little bit so he had an angle to finish the shot. Moving to his left.
Harden. Klay Thompson just picked up his 4th foul. Harden drove to pass that time.
You'll have a great angle here as Draymond steps into the passing lane. Takes away the angle. Watch him come back in right there just to keep his defender on the front side of the rim. Could not get through the rim then to get to the ball.
Capella's so long that you had to do that. And you do have the hack of Clint every once in a while when you play Houston. Capella is Swiss. He played professionally in France.
Yes.
The only other Swiss player I can think of is Thabo Sefolosha. Part of the 100 international players in the NBA. Beverly tried to take it away. Livingston missing short. Ariza will push ahead to Harden. Howard is at home.
Little breakdown defensively.
Rotations, yeah.
Someone missed an assignment. Andre Iguodala let him know about it.
A few players smarter than Iguodala. Very tough runner. Working on getting his own shot. It still made it. What a possession.
Determination.
Staying in contact with Houston. That's the key tonight. Jim said, key part of the game. Don't give him any separation. Shot clock at 5. Harden just checked it. Remember, Klay's got 4 fouls. Beverly.
That surprised everyone that Harden gave it up when the shot clock had come down to 5. They kind of relaxed.
Clay Beverly's been good tonight. 13 points, 4 of 7 shooting.
Is he quick?
His typical aggressive defense.
Yeah, he's tough.
Sean missing, but Iguodala was there.
Goes from 4 to 2 again.
Well-played game. Warriors 52% shooting. Rockets 49. Harden missing the 3. Bogut will track it down. Iguodala never stopped running, and Draymond saw him for another assist. So 4:51 remaining in the third. Who is the best off guard in the NBA? Well, Harden, the assist to Howard. And Klay Thompson, he could shoot it with anyone.
The season jumble.
Happy New Year, everybody. Brody Brazil here in our CSN studios. Quarterback Jared Goff making it official today. He will not play his senior season in Cal in favor of the NFL draft this spring. Goff set school records for passing yardage, completions, and touchdown passes at 96. You'll hear from the Bay Area native later on tonight with Sportsnet Central. But now we take you back to Bob and Jim, and boys, what a 2015 it's been for you guys.
No question about it, Brody. 2015 will be remembered in Bay Area history, and certainly Jim and I have had a phenomenal time broadcasting the games. Our partner, Roz Gold on Wood, wish her the very best. She was terrific as an Emmy winner this past year. Ariza missing that 3. Draymond, nice contest out there. So the game hanging there.
Yep, chance to change the lead again for the 3rd time in the game.
We'll get on Howard. Wheels with the left hand and just couldn't get it over iron. Ty Lawson. Ty Lawson, Terrence Jones, Ariza, Harden, and Howard. Bogut, Livingston, Draymond, Iguodala, and Klay. What a pass and finish! Andre Iguodala and Klay cutting nicely.
Iguodala's had a great settling influence on this team tonight. We knew they were a little scattered last night. Really didn't have leadership. Where's it going to come from? Well, Iguodala's made his presence known in so many ways tonight.
He's got 10 points. He's got the usual defense.
He hasn't missed a shot. He's 3 for 3. He's made 4 of his 5 free throws.
Who's this off of? Bogut tried to find Klay Thompson. John Wright's going to help out Eric here.
And number 33, Ruler.
Possession before. Never in a hurry. Another backdoor cut. You can take James Harden to task all the time in that same vein.
They're saying that Klay did touch that last. It's rocket ball. Corey Brewer checking in for Houston. They want that 5th foul on Klay Thompson, so Bogut's coming to help out. Post up Terrence Jones. Bogut is there. That's a good awareness, but the sloppy outlet, and Ian Clark's got a foul to save a layup. Corey Brewer looks for steals. He's the one Rocket that you don't want to dribble against or throw it near.
Well, you do a great job defensively. As I said, you still have to come meet the ball. If you feel defensive pressure, and I just think didn't see him coming. Certainly, Ian Clark did not.
No, and that's Brewer's game. He had a 50-point game playing with Kevin Love. He is an open floor end-to-end player, but you can burn him just right there. Same thing. Corey Brewer will go for steals. The Rockets with a 2-point lead at 2:58 remaining in the third, and the Warriors hanging in.
And streaming on CSNBayArea.com and NBC Sports Live Extra.
Warrior basketball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Wrapping up 2015, looking ahead to 2016 with the Rocket lead at 2 inside 3 minutes remaining in the third. So the best regular season winning percentage in a calendar year, that was the Bulls at 74-11. The Warriors are 71-12, but I like the bottom note. 42-1. That is the best record at home in NBA history. If you're a Warrior fan and a season ticket holder, you went to Oracle and saw a lot of good things in 2015.
Huge number. Just throughout the whole season last year, and they lost 2 at home.
McAdoo, who got 2 stitches, is back in. Bogut inside off back iron. Batted back by McAdoo. In Clark 3. And McAdoo again. He took it to trouble.
I tell you what, he out-jumped Capella to get that rebound. Did a nice job. You're going to get shots blocked. No harm in that.
So Harden is sitting. Howard is sitting. And finish up this third quarter. Lawson missing. Marcus Thornton fouled McAdoo. That's the first Rocket foul of the entire quarter.
That's what I thought. 2 stitches. Sometimes takes 1, 2. Didn't look too bad. It'd have been bleeding profusely if it had been 6 or 7 stitches. Isn't that where the boxers bleed the most?
Yep.
Right above the eye.
Brewer, he's done a good job on Clay. Clay beat him anyway with the left hand.
Well, Brewer felt he pushed off coming around there, and he just gave up on the play.
Well, he guards Harden in practice. He should be used to that.
That's the truth, too.
Shot clock at 7. Terrence Jones checked it. Bogut nearly the foul. Jones a 3. The Warriors play the defense.
Well, Bogut was caught betwixt and between there because he had to come out to protect the three-point line. They had a switch. Then he comes out, he took it away, and still managed to come back and get the rebound. He's moving a lot tonight.
Warriors were up 3 at the end of 1. They led by 2 at halftime. It's a tie game right now. Clay a deep 3. McAdoo again. Iguodala feet set. 3 down.
Yep, time for that to start happening. Good look, courtesy of McAdoo on the offensive rebound and the assist.
See the quickness of Lawson. Thornton. And it was Iguodala's recovery that made him miss that shot.
Warriors got their little mojo back here.
So they can play 2 for 1 if they can get a quick one. And Clay does, and buries a triple. 31 for Klay Thompson.
You feel that adrenaline here from this team right now.
McAdoo with a steal. James Michael McAdoo.
It gets contagious.
A.B. Bickerstaff's got to use a 20-second timeout. The rhythm of the game changed with McAdoo setting up Iguodala. He hits the 3, and then the Warriors, a 10-0 run.
All the time in the world to measure it. Then gets into the passing lane. Kind of lulled Ty Lawson into that. And the Warriors back to an 8-point lead. That's a nice little change.
Good teams close quarters efficiently. The Spurs have done it for years. The quality teams have always done that. This Warrior team in the last couple of years, they close quarters. They know what it means.
Yeah, and you've been around long enough, too. You see their little body language on the floor, and that's why I said they've got the mojo back, and you can just feel it.
Well, you are calling shots before they go in, Jim. People don't see you because you're sitting next to me, but you knew when Iguodala at his feet said he was going to bury that. And that's where players, when they talk about the rhythm of the game, and Steve Kerr uses the flow of the game.
Yes.
And as you played at such a high level, you know there are times where your team starts to feel it, and this is that Warrior surge.
You just feel you're going to do the right thing, and you almost predetermine what is going to take place. That's what McAdoo did on that anticipation on the steal.
So now, Rockets would like to get something from Harden here. He doesn't want the clock to start. He draws a foul. So Harden did two things there. He made sure Houston would likely have the last possession, and he got himself to the line.
Look at the 5 players the Warriors have on the floor right now. Ian Clark, Andre Iguodala, McAdoo. You got Draymond Green and Livingston. Okay, so let's go Livingston, McAdoo, Clark, and Iguodala. They're very stoic. They just handle their business. Not much emotion from it.
Warrior fans, you need to handle your business. Presented by JBL, the Dub the Vote. Get Steph, Clay, and Draymond to Toronto for the All-Star game at Warriors.com/dubthevote.
But anyway, the point I'm making is you have 4 players out there, and they don't show a whole lot of emotion. They just go about their business and a lot of confidence, and they keep it within. As Ian Clark said to me yesterday, I don't get too high, too low. Then you got Draymond Green. Well, he's going to be the speaker of the house. And he just needs a few more rebounds, another point for a triple-double. I would think he's going to get that.
So Harden will pick up the foul. That'll be his third. First in the last 2 minutes. So no free throws.
In the last 2 minutes.
These guys have a great ability to focus. Every one of these players on the floor right here in blue.
McAdoo will set the screen. And Clark's got Capella on a switch. Drives around him with a little floater, and he'll go to the line.
Getting a little respect in the league.
Being an outside shooter is one thing, but when the shot clock is winding down, to be able to create something is such a necessary skill, particularly for a backup guard.
Well, that's when you have versatility, and Ian Clark has versatility.
Because nothing was going there. Houston had played good D, and he was able to beat his man off the dribble and get to the line.
Quickness is a trait that you can't teach. You either have it or you don't.
And Harden's not giving this one up. At 2.
Got an offensive foul.
We do.
So you play hard, you make your luck a little bit. Now you're getting calls.
So Harden's 4th foul. Ian Clark can end the quarter. His 3 is off iron, but it was still a good look. So the Warriors shoot it at 52%. A nice closing burst to finish off that third. And the Warriors seeking win number 30 before the calendar turns. Up 8 heading into the 4th. Our Toyota game summary, wrapping up the first 3 quarters. No Steph Curry, no Harrison Barnes, no Barbosa, no Festus Ezeli. But tremendous passing, scrappy defense, 31 from Klay Thompson, 14 assists from Draymond Green, and a closing 12-2 run to end the third. And the Warriors begin the 4th, up 8.
Well, we know they can score. Look at those quarters. 33, 28, 29. Take care of the basketball. Keep playing your game. I thought they defended the 3 much better in that quarter. Houston was only 1 of 5. But they've got to work hard and try to do this job without fouling, slowing the game down, and putting them on the free throw line, letting Houston crawl back into the game.
Mo Spates, James Michael McAdoo, with Iguodala, Ian Clark, and Livingston. There's Jones dropping it off to Howard, and Mo making sure he's got to go to the line.
Pretty hard foul, but it didn't do much damage because he kept hanging on. He did not want Howard to get any kind of reaction here. But that is a pretty tough foul.
They will look at the replay in terms of a flagrant foul. Again, flagrant is unnecessary contact. And you do look at swing and wind up and a few other things, but in the rule, it's just unnecessary contact. So Ring Central call for review. Brought to you by Ring Central, the business communication made simple.
Mr. Borgia back there.
Well, this is the first year that they're also using game officials, and so if my eyes are still working, I think Ronnie Gerritsen is in Secaucus, along with Joey Borgia. It will stay a common foul. You know, you do have to credit Dwight Howard, Jim.
Sure.
They do bang him around a lot.
Yes.
And he's a large guy. Wilt had a similar situation.
Uh-huh.
If he were a hothead or an angry person, he could really hurt somebody if he got mad. But the amount of times he gets whacked on a regular basis, he handles that pretty well.
His demeanor, they're fortunate that he has the kind of demeanor that he has. The kind of personality. He's pretty easygoing sometimes. I think that hurts him in his own play.
He makes both free throws. And then Howard pushes both Spates down.
That was his way, a little retaliation.
Yeah, but even then it was still kind of a...
I know.
You know, I'm going to let you know, but I'm not going to get crazy about it.
Pretty innocuous.
Get shots up. Do not turn the ball over. And an Iguodala 3 with a nice find. 28 assists on 35 buckets.
And check out Iguodala's package tonight, shooting the basketball.
Yeah. 5 of 5, 16 points, both threes made.
He's just being very, very selective in his shots, and they're all been good.
Lawson.
He earned that.
This is doing for Luke Walton, too, is buying time for Draymond Green, buying time for Klay Thompson. Coaching the score a little bit, leading by 7. Livingston, nice little baby hook.
He had to change it because Terrence Jones came over, and that was a nice little alternate look for him. Improvisation.
And Howard fouled as he began the move.
Number 20 bringing in Clark fourth. The Warriors second.
Second team foul. As they say, you want to keep him off the line. You don't want this to be that kind of game. And we've seen it before with Houston. Given numerous free throws, it gives them a chance to climb back in the game the easy way.
All the hack of Howard. That's why Dwight has shot more free throws than anyone since 04-05. He's won a couple in.
He's getting the roll.
Back end of a back-to-back. 10 healthy bodies. 9 players have played. Without the MVP. Without Harrison Barnes. Without Ezeli or Barbosa. Can the Warriors steal one here?
They're managing this game extremely well.
Livingston with the shot clock at 1. Beats the buzzer.
See, you go for the steal, you make him pay the price. He was wide open then after his defender missed.
So Sean's got 11. 4 Warriors in double figures.
They go with the double, then they come back.
Lawson will reload. Missed that 3.
Oh, it went off McAdoo.
Yeah, he did a great job of boxing out. Just it ricocheted to him very quickly.
They get an extra possession here. That would have been Warriors ball.
Riza has to give it up. Barely in and out of the hands of Thornton. Iguodala ruled to have touched that going out of bounds.
Well, to get Thornton to miss, this ball is in and out. And he was the last one to touch it.
And Clark knocking it away, and he knocked Knocked it off of Lawson.
You work hard, you get the break.
We said in beating Houston on October 30th, 112 to 92. 51 of those points for the Warriors are not playing tonight. And yet here they are with a 10-point lead, having scored 97. Spates riding in, and it deflected away. Iguodala saves the day, and he's fouled.
I believe it'll be non-shooting.
Number 6, Terrence Jones.
Billy Kennedy says two. You're going to give him 2 free throws.
8:57 remaining in the ball game. A 10-point lead. Free throws coming, and the Warriors managing the game expertly. Warrior lead at 10. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett with you in Houston inside of 9 minutes remaining. CSN Bay Area, the home of the Authentic Fan, is introducing Authentic Fanuary. Turning the month of January into 31 days full of prizes for Authentic fans. 100 prizes will be given away. Tickets, studio tours, to name a few. Starting Jan 1, go to csnbayarea.com/Authentic Fanuary. It's kind of a nice contest.
I think I'm reading this after you read it, Bob. And yeah, not bad at all. I think I'm going to throw in a lunch with Bob Fitzgerald.
Yeah, okay.
You have plenty of time. You're not doing anything around the noon hour, are you?
I'll be at KNBR from noon to 3. If you want to stop by and have lunch, that'd be fun.
Bring the sandwiches.
Well, how about a bring lunch to Bob Fitzgerald from noon to 3 on the Fitz and Brooks show?
How about the biggest lead for the Warriors tonight? Right now at 12.
Iguodala is 6 of 7 from the foul line. He's doing everything tonight. Right, Howard. Nice lefty finish.
Deep position. And you got to fight him for that square feet in there. That was pretty easy. You don't have to take a dribble to put that shot in.
Howard knocked it away from Mo Spates. Can't have the ball stopping the way the Warriors have passed tonight. And that cost them a layup.
Well, Howard scored on him, and you can just see Maurice Spates. You can just feel it. He says, I got to get it back against you.
But if Mo moves the ball, it'll come back to him to shoot jumpers.
I totally agree.
Iguodala dribbled it off his foot. Trying to recover with the shot clock at 3, but he stepped out of bounds with it.
He was selling the call there. He wanted a free throw. Excuse me, a foul. He wanted a foul called. But he got bumped.
So Bogut back in, Draymond back in. The Warriors led by 8, and the reserves keep it at 8.
See how it plays out here. That's thrown away.
Ooh, no. Dwight Howard hit that lady in the face with that pass. And hopefully she's all right. That hurt.
I think it got her in the forehead more than the cheek. A little bit on the nose.
That's good. She's talking to the customer service and security people.
She said no harm, no foul.
Clark missing there. Howard snatching down that rebound.
Yeah, they got Ian a good look there. Nice play that they ran.
Harden, the Euro step to lay it in. That seemed like it was traveling.
Well, I don't like what they call the Euro step, but I know what it is. And it's growing in popularity. But to me, it breaks the rule.
So,
you see, they don't count the gather. I know the rule here. So, back in Secaucus, 1, 2. He does it pretty well.
Yeah, he does.
He does it pretty well.
And as Jim is explaining, the NBA rule is the gather, dribble, and then 2 steps. So it's the judgment on when he gathered versus the 2 steps, and he's proficient at it. That is not by rule of travel. It looked like it, but it was not, and we appreciate the replay.
Back in the 80s and before, that's a travel.
Yes, it was.
No question about it.
Bogut finding Livingston.
How many backdoor plays have the Warriors executed tonight? Beautifully done.
Howard inside. Howard and Harden.
Yeah, Bogut had
and Beverly and Ariza.
Bogut has 4 fouls. He just let him have that one. And not a bad thing to do.
Not with over 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
And pick up number 5 there.
And this is a game that could go to overtime, by the way.
Just picked up his 5th on moving screen. That's a rough one.
You hate cheap ones like that. Yeah, that's tough.
How about this? They're going to give that foul to Klay Thompson, making his fifth, and not Bogut on the moving screen. So Klay now with 5. Bogut stays with 4.
You might say it even got worse with that decision.
Beverly down the lane and flipping. Here come the Rockets.
8 straight.
Down
12. 8 straight.
Klay Thompson.
Part of the hair, what's left of it, on Marcus Thornton. Marcus just looked up. Couldn't believe that he launched. He wasn't ready for it.
Harden a 3 in response.
The defense doesn't expect him to shoot it.
So Luke Walton's going to use the timeout. 5:44 left. If the Rockets can't take care of the Warriors tonight, when are they ever going to beat them? 10 healthy bodies, 9 have played, and the Warriors trying to hang on.
What exactly are you?
Warrior lead at 4 with 5:44 remaining in the ball game in Houston. Our Metro PCS Unlimited performance, January and February, 17 of 26 on the road, but March and April, 17 of 24 at home. Still haven't seen the Spurs, still haven't seen the Thunder. And the Warriors' strength of schedule, kind of middle of the road for the rest of the way.
And those games in March at home are going to come right after one, right after the other.
So Beverly committed a foul. They're not anywhere near the limit, so this isn't a hack a Bogut or anything like that, because
no, both teams have two team fouls.
Now, if the ball was not inbounded, Jim, that will be free throws. You can't foul somebody before they inbound the ball. So they're going to double check that on replay. Commit a foul before you've inbounded the ball. That's free throws regardless of the team foul situation.
We're just informing J.B. Bickerstaff that we're going to make sure that the ball was released.
Best sponsorship we have for this game is the Ring Central Call for Review. We've been reviewed several times. Ring Central Business Communication, made simple, and you're going to have 2 free throws. So Andrew Bogut will shoot a pair. Bogut knocking down the free throw.
Missed his first 2 when he was ruled the flagrant foul on Harden. Looked very good on that one.
It also becomes the Rockets' 3rd team foul. He splits the pair, but Iguodala tracked it down. Draymond knocked it to an open spot.
Did a heck of a job there. See, this is the extra effort. The tenacity that you have to bring every night. They've got it tonight. Bogey's afraid. He does not want to pick up a foul rolling.
Shot clock at 5. Play with a good defender in Ariza. That's a very tough shot. Bogut batted it back out. Livingston's got it. Another 24. Iguodala feed set. The Warriors multiple opportunities there.
That's a great play by Livingston. If he doesn't come up with the ball, they have a layup at the other end. But he knew he could beat them to that ball trickling out.
So where Harden may try to take over. The step back is good. The bearded one with 30 of his own. Remember, Clay can't guard him. He's got 5 fouls. So Harden's going to get a lot of Livingston or Iguodala. Klay Thompson, corner 3, rimming out.
Houston knows this is opportunity time. When they get Clay to miss that.
Where Harden, you can just see trying to take over. And Livingston called for the foul. 3 team fouls apiece.
Now, Livingston may not be the spot-on defender to the off-guard position or even the point guard, but he's more than capable. He's not a bad defender at all.
Luke just put Iguodala on Harden.
I'll tell you what, Clay's got Beverly. That's no picnic.
High screen by Howard. Harden for 3.
So Draymond, point forward again.
4 minutes of crunch time, single possession ball game.
Well, you always have to be aggressive. You play to win. You get a shot, you got to take it.
Thornton banging and bumping with Livingston, shoots over him, held it out. Warriors a lid on the bucket the last couple minutes. Harden sheds Iguodala, step back, rimmed it out.
Watch ahead.
Andre running the floor to lay it in. Guess who found him? Draymond Green. 16 assists. And if you're wondering, Rick Barry has the franchise record for a non-guard with 19 assists in a game. Draymond's got 16. His Michigan State Spartans are playing. Well, there's the touchdown pass for the Spartan of his own. The Rams shot of the game. The bigger, stronger Rockets, and yet it's the Warriors with a 12-6 advantage on second chance points. The rebounding of James Michael McAdoo, the sequence of McAdoo with the steal and the basket, all part of our Ram shots of the game. And a true team effort up and down the roster with guys making key contributions and the bench dominating.
Since those plays we just replayed there, Houston's been looking up, trying to get back into it ever since, and the Warriors have kept them at bay.
Harden and Iguodala, Marcus Thornton, Klay Thompson, Dwight Howard, Bogut, Ian Clark, Beverly, and Draymond Green, Ariza. Those are the matchups. Harden down the lane on the kick out. The 3 is an air ball. Marcus Thornton missing everything.
They've only made 2 threes in the second half, and there's the lob to Bogey. I'm talking about teams know how to finish a quarter. They also know how to finish a game in the critical moments.
Beverly driving. Thornton inside. That's short. Rebound, Draymond Green.
He wasn't going to let Thornton come in for a second chance.
He put it in the hands of Iguodala. He threw the perfect lob the last time.
He's got a 20-point game tonight.
Klay Thompson, foul line. Howard bothered him. It went in anyway.
Just made it a little more trajectory. And with that, it softly climbed in the basket off the board. Beautifully done. What focus from Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson, 36 points. Draymond Green, 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 16 assists. And in the second half, The Warriors have played brilliant team basketball, sharing the ball with 35 assists, bench play from McAdoo and others, and always looking ahead to take advantage of the Rockets' transition defense. This is a Warrior team. This is why they're the world champs. The depth, the character, and you said the blowout last night might have made them mad.
Well, they've had a great game plan tonight. You know, let not someone take the first shot. Let's move it around a little bit and see if we can get a better shot. The extra pass to do that. They've done that. They've executed that. A little slippage and turnovers in the first half, better in the second. And they've also defended the three so much better. Now, Houston is under 40% from three-point range.
When you think about 30 or more assists, the Warriors have done that 15 times. Atlanta is second with 6. That's how good this team is at sharing the ball.
And I'll tell you what, they put it in the hands of Draymond Green, who is a terrific playmaker. He just is making terrific decisions tonight. And he's still working on that triple-double. Just needs another point. Look at Draymond. He's only taken 6 shots in the game.
Well, you know who also has appeared tonight is the Finals MVP and Andre Iguodala. 20 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. The defense on Harden, he has been brilliant. Back end of a back-to-back, playing 30 minutes, and Andre has been spectacular. Work not done. Not the way Harden can score. The flyer by Beverly doesn't go, and Bogut another rebound.
Yeah, that was clearly off the rim. Out of the cylinder.
Right now you're playing the clock and the Rockets.
One more basket would be really nice.
Bogut, little push out is short.
Pulled the string on it. Short-armed it.
And Draymond blocked that three.
Harden underestimated him there.
Beverly always reaching. Good defender. Clay shoots over him. Clay Thompson with 38.
Well, we said bounce back. We talked about Clay and Dre. Bounce back game from last night. Clay with 38. This is what we expect. I just want Draymond to get another point just for the triple-double.
Try to get it into Howard. Bogut. They make sure. That's his 5th foul, but going to put Howard on the line.
Got very quiet here in Houston.
The Rockets, they saw what Dallas did last night. No Steph Curry, no Barbosa, no Ezeli, no Harrison Barnes. Okay, this is our chance to get the Warriors. I'll give him the Rudy Tomjanovich line. Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Very good.
Rudy famously said that with the 2 Rockets title squads.
Back in 94 and 95, 2 years in a row when Michael Jordan decided to play baseball.
Well, 112 points in seeing the Rockets October 30th. 51 of those points not playing tonight, and yet the Warriors rack up 113 and counting. Draymond shooting that 3. Beat the buzzer there. Final minute. Working on that 9-point advantage. Don't want to give up 3s. Beverly rimming that out. Draymond another rebound. 16 assists, 11 boards, 9 points for Draymond Green. Get that triple-double. He drives, and he's fouled. So an opportunity. I can't decide who has stood more in the second half, Steph Curry or Luke Walton.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad to see Draymond get that. He deserves it. After all he's done tonight, it's just, I keep reading that, 16 assists.
Well, Jim, you know who has the most triple-doubles in the NBA?
Yes.
Draymond Green. Added another one tonight. Passing Rondo.
That means number 5.
That's correct. Rattled out the second free throw. We're going to talk to Draymond in a matter of moments. Tim's going to hustle down courtside. He's a step back three. It's going to be too little too late. No need to shoot it. Hogan was trying to throw it back to Clay. It won't matter as Ariza hits another three. And the Golden State Warriors finish 2015 30-2. And they get a split in Texas without the MVP. They beat the Rockets again, shooting at 51%, 38 from Klay Thompson, triple-double from Draymond Green, 20 from Iguodala, 9 and 11 from Bogut. Indeed, a Happy New Year as the Warriors win it in Houston. Greg, Gary, and Monty getting ready for Warrior Postgame Live right now.
There really was no other choice. The only way this magical year could end would be with another victory. Their 72nd of the calendar year 2015 of the regular season. They ended at 72-12, the second best win total and win percentage